Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Johanna and welcome to my cozy book space. For today's video, we're going to be doing my April TBR. Today is actually the last day of March. I don't know where March literally even went, but I feel like I say that in every TBR video. So let's just grab our jar and see what we get for the month of April. To be honest, with my monthly TBRs, I feel like I've been doing good, but also really bad at them. You guys, I'm trying, and I'm also trying to film them for Read It or Unhaul It videos. So we're slowly but surely, but I think a fun video that I could do would be to do like a recap mid-year, do like a little check-in mid-year of what books I have read for my TBRs and which ones I haven't, and then maybe like at the end of the year have those ones that I have not read and have to read them before the end of the year, or else I'm going to have to unhaul them. I think that's a really good idea, but that's why I'm trying really hard to like read them, even if it's like in the next months, because I don't want to have a full TBR that I didn't freaking read. You know what I mean? So anyways, besides the point, let's choose. Okay, I see this one. This is one I want. Okay, well, 3 came out, so 3. Let's do a pink. I just don't want to do like, if we choose a number that we have already picked and it's the same book of like a previous month, we'll just re-choose. I guess we'll go with this blue. I think we have 5. Let's see what they are. I get so nervous every single time, you guys. Okay. I just dropped one. Okay, I guess we'll do this pink one first. It is number 44. Let's go to my want to read. My want to read is actually currently up to date because of like books I've hauled and things. I've already added them to my Goodreads. So let's see what number 44 is. I honestly can't remember if I've had number 44 before, so I think this is actually pretty perfect. Number 44 on my Goodreads is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is actually book 2 in the Powerless trilogy. I started Powerless and Powerful. I started that as a tandem read, I think at the beginning of the year, maybe. And I literally soft DNF'd it. I put it down and I never picked it back up. I was also doing a reading vlog for it, and that's not gonna see the light of day because I literally soft DNF'd it. I think this is perfect because I believe that the third and last book of this trilogy comes out in April. But with that being said, I'm gonna have Powerless book 1, Powerful book 1.5, and Reckless book 2, as well as the newest release called Fearless. All of those books will be on my April TBR, and hopefully I can get out like a specific reading vlog for it. If not, I'll try and include it in weekly vlogs, etc. But I guess that's definitely going to be getting read in the month of April. Wow, that's so fitting. Okay, the blue one. What number is that? Is that upside down? I can't tell if that's upside. Okay, I think that's number 19. We're getting like kind of smaller numbers. Okay, number 19. Oh, right here. Why am I shocked every time I see what it is? Okay, so number 9. Okay, I forgot to screenshot number 44, so y'all know I'm not fucking lying. Hopefully the microphone is not in the video, because that would be so bad. But you know, we're trying to do the audio thing, okay? Anyways, number 19 is Follow the River, book 1 by C.E. Ritchie. I actually have the bind up of this entire series. I only put the first book on my want to read because that made the most sense. But this is an MM romance. I believe it's like a bully romance as well, and I think it's like really heartbreaking. Like I might shed some tears, and I haven't read an MM romance in such a long time. I feel like this is actually really honestly perfect, and I haven't read anything by C.E. Ritchie before, but I've heard many good things, and I have met her at a book signing, which is where I got this bind up of this book. So I am so excited. I believe my sister actually read this series before even I, so I'm super excited for that one. Then we have the purple one. This is number 77. Okay. I get so nervous. Okay. Has this been on a... I don't think this has been on a TBR before. Number 77 is actually Lotus by Jennifer Hartman. This is actually the second book in this like interconnected series. Honestly, I believe you can read them as standalones. I have been putting off Lotus because I feel like I have to read Still Beating first, but Still Beating really intimidates me, so that's why I haven't read it. I think I might just dive into Lotus first. Well, let me know, you guys. Let me know in the comments if I have to read Still Beating first, or you recommend reading Still Beating before Lotus. I just might jump into Lotus right then and there since it is one of my picks. But if you guys tell me I need to read the first book first, then I will. But if I don't, and you guys don't tell me, then I'll only read Lotus, okay? And then from there, we'll go on to Still Beating. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, the yellow Number 37. We got small numbers, you guys. They're all like in the same kind of range. Number 37. Okay. Okay. Number 37 is The Coven by Harper L. Woods. I am excited for this. I'm excited for this. We always get a mix of genres. We always do. This is like a dark academia romance, I believe. To be honest, I don't think I've ever read anything by Harper L. Woods before, but I do have the stunning first print hardcover edition, and I stopped myself from getting the second book because I needed to read this one. I know a lot of people love or hate this one, but I'm excited to see what I think, and hopefully I love it because I think the book that I physically own is stunning, to say the least. So hopefully I love it. So last but not least, we have this one, number 41, which is Collided by Lauren Asher. This is actually book 2 in the Dirty Air series. This is an interconnected standalone series, but I think with this series specifically, I want to read it in order. So with that being said, I will most likely be reading the first book, which I believe is called Throttled. Yes, Throttled by Lauren Asher will be the pick essentially. So hopefully I get to read that one first and then jump into Collided, which is the one that was chosen. I'm not sure what everybody's favorite is in this series, but I have read a Lauren Asher book prior, and this is her first series, her debut series, I believe. So I already know that I like her writing in her newest books. So we'll see if there's improvement or if it's the same. I'm excited because I've heard this series is a little bit more of an emotional side. I have been putting off this series for so long, and that's saying something because I own like multiple copies of these books and this series. I'm glad it was chosen. We got some really good picks for April, especially for my physical TBR section. Let me know if you read any of these down below in the comments. I would love to know. Let's put these back in the jar and actually talk about the other books on my April TBR, since I am really at heart a mood reader, and I feel like I have to say that in every single TBR video because my TBRs aren't simply just these numbers. These are just part of my physical TBR. All the other ones are books that I may own or may not own, or new releases, anticipated releases that I want to get to, etc. Series I need to catch up on, all of the things. So let's jump right into that. For new releases that I want to get to in the month of April, I have a couple of them that are definitely want to read in the month of April, but there are also other ones that are just like on my radar in general. If I get to them, I get to them, but those aren't necessarily going to be on my April TBR. Those will be in my April anticipated releases video. I'm still not sure if that video is going up first before this one. Definitely check it out. I will link it down below in the description box or up in the cards. The ones that are for sure on my TBR, we have Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez on April 1st. That actually comes out tomorrow. I will be going in store and buying this book. I need this book in my hand. To be honest, I don't know if I will be reading this physically because I feel like all of my Abby Jimenez books, I've listened to them on audio and I just use an Audible credit for a different book, but that's besides the point. I'm gonna get another credit for April, so we'll be fine. So that one is definitely on my April TBR. Another book that is coming out April 8th that I definitely want to get to is Firebird by Juliet Cross. I've heard differing opinions about this book. I think people are going into it thinking it's one thing and getting another, but honestly, I love Juliet Cross. This is a more of a fantasy romance book, and I'm excited to see what she has in store for that. So I'm super excited. Then for another book that I'm definitely going to be getting to in the month of April, it is My Dark Fairy Tale by Gianna Darling. This is another mafia dark romance by Miss Gianna. Listen, I will read everything that she comes out with. I will read anything and everything that she drops. I am her biggest fan. If Gianna Darling does not have any fans, then I am dead. So last, for new releases that are on my April TBR, we have Enigma by Runix that comes out April 29th, according to my Google Calendar. This is the second book in the Gothicana series, and I'm excited to see what Runix actually does with that. I'm honestly not sure if it's the same couple or if it's a new couple just in the same like dark academia setting, but I'm excited to find out. So that's definitely on my April TBR. As for book club picks, I am part of Rachel's Raven Haired Readers Patreon, and for the March pick, we got a fantasy romance, and I definitely want to get to it in the month of April. On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin. I first heard about this book from Mariana's Reads. It was so hyped up that Rachel made it a book club pick option, and that one won by a landslide. So that one is definitely on my April TBR as well. I feel like every book from this book club I read the month after, but I'm gonna try and catch up in the month of April for sure. As for my Libby, I know my Libby, I'm going to get One Dark Window. I actually ended up like pushing it. So like I did receive my Libby hold for One Dark Window, but I ended up pushing it to like the next week. So like I gave the hold to the next person in line, but when they're done with it, then I will get it again. I did that just because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get to it in the month of March. So I am going to definitely be getting that in the month of April. So it's definitely on my April TBR because I don't want to lose my Libby hold on that. So that will be read. And then I have a couple other Libby holds that I have been waiting, I feel like an eternity for, which I feel like they're all going to become available in the month of April. And the month of April, not gonna lie, is a very busy month for me. I'm going to be going out of town at some point, etc. So I'm going to try and read as much as I can. I feel like in the month of March I did not read as much as I wanted to, but I'm gonna try and push myself in the month of April. So with that being said, those are all of the books on my April TBR. I'm super excited. I am always excited every time I get to make another TBR because it just kind of rejuvenates that my love for like books and all of these books that I do want to read. So let me know what's on your April TBR. I would love to know. And if you don't want to comment any of that, then go ahead and leave me a spring type of emoji down below in the comments because we are in spring. Finally, the days are longer, the sun stays out longer, and I am just absolutely thriving. So leave flowers, berries, trees, plants, whatever you want to do for spring related emoji, leave it down below in the comments. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.